In JavaScript, you can actually call the JavaScript function before defining it. This is weird, but this works because of the concept called hoisting in JavaScript. Hoisting means it doesn't matter where you define the function, it is hoisted upward. So in this case, this myfunc function is available even before line number 8. So in line number 6 also it is available. This is called function hoisting. Okay, let's run this code and find out. So I'm gonna write some console log hello world and execute. You can see the hello world is printed. This function hoisting is working. Now let's talk about variable hoisting. So inside this function, I'm going to log a variable that is not even defined. So variable name is not even defined anywhere. Now if I try to execute this code, you can see reference error because name is not even defined, because name reference is not available here. So why not define it? But instead of defining in line number 9, I'm going to define this after the console log statement in line number 11. So I'm going to define the variable name. If I run the code, you can see there is no error. The value of name is undefined, that is fine, but there is no error. So how this is working? This is working because of the same hoisting principle. In JavaScript, all the variables defined with var keyword are hoisted up. I repeat, all the variables defined with var keyword. This is important to define with var keyword because latent consts are different. So this only works when you use var keyword. This variable name is hoisted up and it goes upward in line number 9. Okay, so this code is also similar. Okay, now let's talk about the assignments. So instead of just defining the variable name, I'm going to assign some value in it. Let's say the name is maybe JavaScript. Now if I execute this code, you can see it is still undefined. Now why is that? So as I told you, the variable declaration is hoisted up. That means only the declaration is hoisted up. I mean, this code is similar to just defining the name in line number 9 and keep the assignment part in line number 11 only. So it is important to understand that only the definition is hoisted up and not the assignment. Okay, let's write some another code example where I'm going to write a global variable name, maybe New York. Now if I execute this, I can see New York because this name is coming from the global name. Now if I define it inside this function, even if it is after the console log statement, if I define it and let's say I'm also assigning some value, maybe London, and if I execute this, you can see undefined is printed. This is because inside the my function scope here we have another name variable, that is the local name variable. That is why in line number 10 the local variable name is defined but it is not assigned, so it is undefined. That's why undefined is printed, and this is very common interview question also. Okay, one more point to note here, that the hoisting works only for the only in the function scope, not in the block scope like if block or any for loop. Okay, this hoisting doesn't work here. So only if it is function scope and var keyword, then only it works. If you want to know more about lexical scope and block scope, you can watch the video of the comparison between lexical and block scopes. And if you still have some more questions, please ask in the comments. I will answer them. And if you liked it, please hit like and subscribe to JavaScript Talks.